Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Belaus with Feel Good Qigong, and I want to show you what correct posture is, what it means. It's very important for a Qigong practice, but it's really important. It's a model for life. It's kind of how do we show up in our life every day. And correct posture helps us to stay more alert and in alignment in our bodies. We start to compress as we're aging. Poor posture we start to lean a little bit too forward on our body, especially when we get older. It puts a big load and strain on the low back. And there is a big difference between just standing and actively standing. So the difference for me is I'm very swayed back. I sway my back quite a bit, and I start to have a lot of achiness in my low back. So by just adjusting my posture, by tucking in my tailbone and engaging my abdominals, you could see already that I'm, growing a little bit taller and standing a little bit firmer. If we tend to start to also collapse in our arches as we're aging, which starts to create pain in our feet and our ankles. The knees might start collapsing as well. And then everything else kind of starts collapsing. Everything starts to drop down. Gravity kind of takes over. And we want to reverse that, because if we can reverse that and really catch it before it gets really bad and we can't correct it, you'll just feel a lot better. Instead of feeling compressed in your body, you're going to feel more expanded in your body. So correct posture is a great way to start your day. So let's just get into what correct posture might feel like in your body. And this is something that you can practice any time of day, especially if you're standing waiting in line for something. This is a great time to do that. But we're going to start at the feet. So at the feet, you want your feet about right underneath your hips. You're going to actually press your feet away from each other. It's an isometric movement. You're pressing the mat between your feet, or the earth between your feet. And you'll notice as soon as you do that, it's going to engage your thigh muscles. And it starts to lift up those arches, and it starts to lift up this whole inner core of your body, all the way up to your abdominals, where all these abdominal muscles meet each other. And also a strong abdominal region also helps if you have low back pain. Often it could be because you're not standing properly. It could also be that your hamstrings are very tight. So there's all these things to consider, with your back. So I'm engaging my inner core by pressing the feet away from each other. This will engage. It's almost like you're gripping the earth. It lifts up my arches, and it also engages my thigh muscles. Now, I mentioned I have sway back, so I'm going to tuck my tail under, and you might want to just check that with yourself. Maybe you are swayed back, you don't even realize it. Tuck that tailbone under, and then as you're rooting down, lift your shoulders up, slide the shoulder blades back, and then slide them down to your waist. Your head will rest comfortably on your neck. So we're not sticking. You might notice some people walk like this. They walk with their head. This is forward. They're carrying too much of a forward load on their body. So again, notice where you're holding your posture. Are you coming too far forward? Are you forward on your feet, or you're too far back on your feet? You just want to kind of feel that just right feeling, not too forward, not too bad. And then the arms are just at your side for now. Now, just take notice of how that feels in your body, and think about, maybe close your eyes for a moment and just root down through the feet into the earth. As you make that connection, make that energetic connection. And then, how are you standing? How does it feel to stand? Make some maybe little micro movements to notice the difference if you're leaning too far forward or too far back. And ask yourself, how am I showing up today? Do I feel present today? Do I feel rooted today? Do I feel grounded today? Again, standing is a model for your life. If you don't feel grounded, if you don't feel stable, it's going to affect how you feel. So we're going for that feeling of feeling grounded and also feeling stable. Engaging those abdominals, engaging your legs, dropping those shoulder blades down, because we have a tendency of doing this, and just noticing how that's feeling. Now, if your body's not used to feeling this way, it might take your muscle memory a little bit to get used to this. But the more that you do it, the more easily your body's going to start coming into this alignment. And as it's a model for life, as you feel more aligned, your life might be more aligned as well. You might feel more comfortable in this body, standing on this earth, standing fully and present and feeling present and alive in this moment. So again, just close your softening eyes again, check in with yourself, noticing how that's feeling. Relax the hands. So we don't want to be stiff here, but we want to feel rooted and we want to feel grounded. That's what we're going for. Feeling rooted and grounded into the earth, lengthening up from the crown of the head up. So we have this rooting down and lengthening up. If you're just all rooted down, you're going to compress. If you're too lifted up, you're going to feel not grounded. So it is that balance, creating that balance and that stability by rooting down through the legs and lengthening up through the crown of the head. Now with this, we can do a little Qigong flow. I'll show you a quick flow that we can do. For this time of year, spring, we're working with the gallbladder meridians and the liver meridians. If you don't know what they are, that's okay. But I'm going to show you a little movement that you can do for this time of year. And again, finding your rooting, finding your grounding, finding your correct posture. And we're always going to come back to checking in with correct posture. We're going to activate our hands, activate some of this chi in the palms of our hands, taking these nice healing hands and bring them to your kidneys. Maybe give yourself a little kidney rub right here, just a little bit of kidney rub, giving some love to your kidney, because the kidney helps to regulate all your fluids in your body. And then we're going to start to lean forward. As we're leaning forward, you're going to slide the hands down the backs of your legs. You don't have to come all the way forward if your lower back's hurting. And then you're going to slowly bring the hands, lift them up from the inside of the legs, all the way up to the liver meridian 14, and go all the way up. And you can open up your palms like you're creating a cloud above you. And taking all this moisture of the cloud, we're going to drop down all the rain, all the moisture out of the cloud as we start to clean ourselves out for the spring, wiping all this dust, all this stagnation back into the earth. We're going to take our hands again to the kidneys. This time we're going to slide our hands down. You can do this with soft knees. Slide the hands down the side of your legs like snow melting down the mountain. And then come across the ankles, up the inside of the legs as you start to create some of the steam, bringing the steam all the way up the liver meridian as we open up to the cloud, and then taking this moisture out of the cloud. And we're taking this beautiful, sweet spring rain, washing down our body, keeping your body in alignment as you're starting to cultivate this chi right back down into the earth. And again, we take these activated hands on our kidneys. We'll slide down the meridian line again on the outside of the legs, like snow melting down the mountains, all the way down to your feet. And then you start to bring up this steam-like feeling up the inside of the liver meridian, inside of the legs, lifting up into the kidney meridian, all the way up, and then opening up to creating a cloud, and then taking this cloud, all the moisture out of the cloud, and squeezing that rain out of the cloud down your body, cleaning it out, getting ready for this beautiful season of spring, taking all of that impurities back down into the earth. And we'll do this again, taking these healing hands to your kidney area, sliding the hands down the side of your legs, gallbladder meridian, like melting snow from the mountain, over the feet, inside, lifting up the liver meridian, like steam coming up from the earth into your body, into the liver, opening up into a cloud, a puffy cloud, taking this puffy cloud, and it rings out this fresh rain, spring rain, cleaning out your system, cleaning out your liver, cleaning out that gallbladder for the spring, back down into Mother Earth again. We'll do this one more time, taking these activated hands. We're going to slide them down, this time the backs of the legs, the back of your bladder meridian, all the way down to the feet. lifting up the steam up the body into the liver meridian, all the way up, creating this cloud. And then taking the cloud, the rain falls out of the cloud, the moisture dropping down your whole entire body, bringing lots of nourishment to your entire system. As you return back to your correct posture, and just noticing how you're feeling in this little short exercise that we just did. Maybe you feel a little bit more activated. Maybe you feel taller. Maybe you feel ready to move into your day, feeling aligned and grounded and energized all at the same time. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful spring day. Namaste to all of you, and I'll see you soon.